Hi, welcome into the reading. Hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be your general energy for the month of November 2024. If you happen to come across this video at any other time, hopefully you were guided for a reason. Overall, as always, I do these readings to provide insight and perspective. Hopefully you could get some of that, some clarity, direction, validation, and truth. So we'll see what comes through for you. As I was preparing for your reading and just sort of sitting in your energy, it feels very unprepared. But I think that is coming from you and your perspective or your belief system at this time, because the card that you got for your oracle this month is what is already with you. Now, what this card is saying here is you are prepared. You have what you need. If you are looking for something outside of yourself, you're looking in the wrong direction. Okay. So whatever it is that you are starting at this time or preparing for, something like that, just know that the answer, the thing that you're looking for, you already have. And then if this is more of a psychological, emotional thing, the thing that you're looking for is already within you. Okay. And so I think that for the Aquarians I'm picking up on today, you have been going through a transformative process. You have the butterflies coming through, signifying transformation for me as a reader. And then the number 17, which sums up to an 8, is also a number of transformative energy. And so what I'm feeling here is that it's like the transformation process is never ending, right? Like we are always on that journey. It's just a matter of what we're transforming. You know, there are different aspects to a human being, right? We are complex creatures. And so at all times, there is evolvement, there is ascension, there's change. These things are inevitable. And this is a constant process of growth. And with growth comes change, right? And so whatever it is that you've been transforming lately, I feel that you think you have to continue down, like you have to do more work, right? Like somebody is thinking like, I'm not ready yet. Like I'm not fully transformed yet. I'm not fully changed yet. You know, if this has to do with an awakening or, consciousness rise within you, something like that. Somebody here is thinking you're not completely conscious yet. And I think that the perspective here needs to change a little bit because it's a journey, right? It's not a destination. And so the cards here are coming through telling me that you are ready for the next phase. You are ready to make a move, to do something different. You have the answers within you. You have what you seek already. If you think that you still have more work to do as it relates to this transformative process, that the rest of that work is going to come during the next phase. Does that make sense? Like let's just say, for instance, we have a dark night of the soul moment, and these dark night of the souls usually lasts like a good year for sure, sometimes more, right? And we get so wrapped into this process, especially the more aware you become, the more conscious and present you are while you are going through this dark night of the soul, you get so wrapped up in it. And it's like, am I done yet? Can I come out yet? Right? Have I learned everything I have to learn? Have I seen the answers or gotten all of the messages or whatever that I need to get? Have I changed enough? Am I ready? But when you come out and you start to embody the new you, right? Because the dark night of the soul is essentially transformation. So when you start to embody these new changes, and when you start to put these new belief systems and the wisdom you've gained and all of that into practice in your day-to-day life when you are communicating with others, when you are out there working, when you start to be more social or whatever, and you start to put this stuff into practice, and the new you is starting to reflect in your outer world. There's still more to learn here. Okay, so you haven't learned everything you need to learn. And if you think that you need to stay stuck where you're at because you're not ready, you haven't learned everything, the rest of the learning comes when we put this wisdom into practice. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense to somebody, but that's really the biggest message that I'm feeling with this card here. What is already with you? Okay. So you have what it takes. You are aware enough. You are conscious enough to be able to move forward on this next venture. This could be, again, psychological, emotional, or this could be external to you, a new job, a new relationship, a new home, new projects. Either way, you have what it takes. There's no answers. There's no, if it's a tangible thing, you're not going to be able to get it later, right? Like you can't just wait here and stay here and say, okay, in a month, hopefully I'll have this thing. In a year, hopefully I'll have this thing. And then I'll be ready to make a change. Or, even sometimes we go backwards and we think to ourselves, like, I used to have that, right? I don't have it anymore. If only I had that, I would be ready to make this change. And that's just not the case with you at this time. There's nothing in the past and there's nothing in the future for you right now. Everything you need is right now at this moment. Okay, so everything is in the present and it is within you. You already have it. You also have deep emotions, unknown feelings, past life influences. This feeling that I was getting when I was meditating on your energy of not feeling prepared, I was a little lost. It felt, it was like, I do this, I've done this so many times, and I almost felt like I was brand new at it, And so what is it that has you, and if this is how you are feeling, what is it that has you hesitant? What is it that has you feeling like you are not capable, like you're not, again, ready? There's an emotion that's underneath here that needs to be looked at. And what I'm getting mostly for this card, the deep emotions card, is silence and stillness. Being alone with yourself. It's good sometimes to socialize and communicate and go online to social media or watch YouTube how-to videos or whatever. But sometimes you're not going to find what you're looking for there. Again, it's inside of you. So when you go still, when you go silent, and you get away and close off all distractions, and also silence your mind, that's where you will find your answers. And this is where you can pinpoint the emotion underneath this feeling of not being ready and not being prepared enough. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, you're not ready. Let's say that, right? Like, you're not prepared enough. You still have more learning to do. You still have more healing to do. You still have more transforming to do. Again, that is inevitable. That is never ending. It's always going to be like that, right? Like, we're never really ready. We're never fully ascended. It is a journey, not the destination, like I said. And so going still, doing this sort of technique, I don't know if anybody's ever done this here that's listening, but like the observing the observer and going down that rabbit hole, if you don't know what I'm talking about, sort of maybe look that up. It's where you are observing your thoughts and then connecting with that part of you that's observing yourself. And when you observe yourself, who is observing the observer, right? And so taking it a step deeper. connecting with that part of you that is observing the observer, that is observing the self and the thoughts, right? And then going down that line, you'll end up getting deeper and deeper and deeper into your psyche, into the emotion, the rooted where that all of this is coming from. And then once you identify it, then you can start to really, really do some good work there and transform that, right? You identify where the emotion is coming from, what the emotion is, why it's there to begin with, how it rooted itself within you. And then you start to release it, right? And acknowledge it and release it and release it and release it. So therefore, you can get it out of your body and it's no longer a burden, or it's no longer holding you up, or making you feel like you are at this standstill. Hope that helps somebody. All right, so let's go into your tarot. We're going to take a look and see what is in your personal energy for the month of November 2024. Hope everyone had a great spooky season, or depending on when you listen to this, because I think, what's today? The 29th or 28th? I don't know. Okay, let's see. Aquarius, personal energy for November. All right, get a couple of cards here from the Santa Muerte deck. Trying to stay festive for the times. You have the Five of Swords, so this card is telling me that you are not feeling very good right now. There's a lot going on in your mind, in your psychological state, that has you feeling like you are at a loss, that you have to be a little aggressive, or you have to do things that are for your own survival or benefit, even if that means going against the grain, even if that means hurting someone else, or, knowing that somebody else might get the short end of the stick. It's like, I have to look out for myself. I have to look out for myself. So I don't know where this is coming from. Sometimes that is necessary, and sometimes it's plain old selfish. So we'll see what this is about. But it's also coming through with the Page of Wands. Yeah, it's more of this like revolutionary feeling that I'm getting here. If you feel like you have to go up against the grain, go up against somebody or a place of authority or person of authority, or maybe like older family members, or I'm also getting like a long time process, or a long time foundation, like something that you have been in. What is this? Like, hold on. It's like a habit or a routine, but it involves others. Okay. So it's a habit. It's a routine. You have built this thing with other people. You have maintained this habit routine for a very long time. For some of you, this does have to do with your place of work. But it feels like you're trying to destroy it. You're trying to shake it up. You're trying to make changes. And it's not going well with other people involved. Okay. And so it's like, there's a division in your group. I feel like this group you've known for a very long time. Like there's history here. And some people are for the change, or some people, it's like I don't know, a group against another group. I don't know what this is, but I think that you're coming from a place of justice, and you have really solid convictions of what you stand for, what you believe here. And you are being vocal. But at the same time, there is the element, because, we can't get away from the fact that this is the Five of Swords, right? So there is an element of sabotage. There is an element of hurting someone for the sake of your own benefit, for the sake of survival for yourself. You know that what you're about to embark on is going to hurt. It's not only going to hurt other people, it's going to hurt you as well. You know that there will be some like cuts and bruises, maybe bruises of the ego even. You know that there's going to be a moment of, where somebody is going to come back at you later and the potential for it to be thrown back in your face. Like, you understand the consequences of this thing, but you feel like you really have to do it. There is information here that you have come across where this is like why. Okay, this is the catalyst. This is why you're doing what you're doing. There's a message, there's information, there's data, there's history, there's something that you know, and you feel it's your duty, it's your job to bring this to light and show this thing to others and say this thing to others, which if you do that, you know that there will be ramifications and things will destroy, things will destruct, things will break down. But you are very enthusiastic. You are very willing. You have a lot of energy this month. There's a lot of fire and like this umph, I guess, like this feeling of like getting it done and doing the things. What else am I getting? I don't know if this is also like, because we are in voting season, some of you maybe might be out there, doing some of that type of work as well, like standing up for your beliefs and, what side you're on, basically. Does feel like that as well. Like very, very assertive, very vocal when it comes to sharing your ideas. I want to go back to this message, though. I was getting something else with it. So you recently come across some information. You want to give it away. You want to tell somebody here. I lost it. I don't know what that is. Maybe it'll come back to me. All right. Let's see. Where's my deck? Okay. All right. So let's take a look at your love relationship energy for this month of November 2024. Love and relationship. Okay, you have the Knight of Pentacles, taking something very slow. And the King of Swords. All right, so whether this is you or someone else, whoever it is, there's no movement. Everything is pretty much steady, the same, day by day routine. Somebody, there's a relationship or a couple here who have a good routine, who have a good understanding, who know their place. There's not a lot of passion. There's not a lot of like chemistry or sexual energy that I'm picking up on here. If there is sexual stuff coming up for you independently, like in your own situation, it's a routine. Okay, so you and your partner are on a routine when it comes to sexual stuff, right? But other than that, I mean, it's not very hot and heavy here. This person or you or the relationship in itself is very stable, dependable, you know what to expect. There's no surprises. There's not a lot of like really emotional, deep stuff coming through. It's more intellectual, logical, practical. If there's any communication, it's very blunt, to the point. If you want answers, or if you want to know something about your person, or your person wants to know answers from you, like let's just say there's a cross watcher here watching for an Aquarius, you have to ask. All right. They're not going to give you the information you're looking for up front, like proactively. You need to ask the question. They will be honest. There's not a lot of details that they will go into, but they'll be honest at least. More like short answers or close-ended questions of like, if you're looking for a yes or a no. But I don't feel that this person or you are the type at this time as to explain, to provide detail, to give history, to really open up. It's just more dry, I'm feeling here. But at least there's trust. At least there's truth. At least there's dependability and practicality. So if that's something that you're looking for at this time, you have that. But it's just it's just going dry, as it relates to like the emotions or the passion and stuff like that. All right, let's go into your finances and career. So I'm starting to do love readings for each sign this month. So I know I just pulled a couple of cards here for the love part. If you're interested to know more about or go more into depths about your love situation this month, just stay tuned. I'll be posting those after I'm done with the monthly general readings. All right, in your finances, you have the Three of Swords. So there's loss here. There's loss and sacrifice. And you also have the Seven of Pentacles. I think this card came up for you in the shadow readings I just did. You want to go to the channel for that as well. I did short readings for each sign, and they were shadow readings for October for Halloween. But this card did come up for you, I want to say. And it was very, observant. There was a lot of spying energy here. I do feel that in your finances and career. So there may be some drama going on at work. This may be something that you're done with. You're over it. You have information, right? Like this is having to do with your general personal energy up top. And it just has you feeling shitty. It has you feeling really sad about it. It's like, why? Like I put so much of my time, effort, energy into this place, into this job. Why is all of this happening? You are reevaluating your position, where you're working, you're not happy. At the end of the day, this is just saying you are not happy with your financial situation, right? Which is the money that you're bringing in, or your place of business, the where you work, what you're doing for a living. You feel like you've been stabbed in the back here. But at the same time, you want to be very careful. I don't know. Every time this Seven of Pentacles comes out in this deck, like it never gives me the best feeling. It's very, what is the word? Like, oh my God, I can't think of the word. But in other words, violating. There you go. It gives me a violating energy, like someone has violated your privacy or gone too far, or just meddled in places that are none of their business, and actually were able to make a change as it relates to something that's yours, right? So like it feels like this person has no business involved in your situation at work, but they are still involving themselves, and it has nothing to do with them. Okay. So why are they involving themselves into something that is none of their business, right? So you want to be careful with these types of people. And I'm so sorry to say, and this is never a judgment. I'm not the type that does that. And I hope no one ever feels that from me. But this could be you as well, involving yourself in something that is someone else's business for the sake of standing up for someone, for justice, for fairness, things like that. What you are known for. So, you just want to be careful because there's a lot of pain and loss that is coming with this situation as well. So if you are doing this because you in your mind, that this is right or whatever, I would say really reevaluate that and make sure, right? Like this is right, the right thing to do. Or maybe the approach can be different as well, right? So maybe you have strong belief systems about the situation, but you don't have to take it on your own hands. You can approach it differently and instill, the help or resources from the people who are actually involved. All right. Let's take a look at more details for November 2024. We're going to do a 9-card spread here. See what the story is for you guys. What needs to come up? What is the most important message to be given for the Aquarians that are watching this? Okay. First card out, Queen of Swords. So this is the counterpart of this King of Swords here. And it's also very airy. The swords have to do with the intellectual, mind, logical realms of ourselves, right? And they do represent the air signs. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You also have the Four of Swords, so there's more swords energy there. And the World. Okay. I mean, it's like you know better. Okay, you have answers. You know something. And I was getting that from here too. Like you have some information. I feel also that somebody is waiting for somebody else to ask them. Okay, so it's like if you are just holding back and you're waiting and expecting even somebody to come forward and ask you a question. So maybe some of you are not proactively going out there and giving out this information. There's also an element of healing, of retreat, of going silence and going still, which is great because that's part of your oracle message here. And I don't know, I do like this a lot. At the beginning of November, it feels like you are so clear and clean when it comes to like your mental state. Your mind and your heart are aligned here very clearly. There's a straight connection between your mind and your heart at this time. And it's like the more you are out of distraction, the more you are still and present. I'm getting it strong, like you are in the now, right? Energy. The more clear and almost even like this state of psychic awareness or all-knowing type of energy. Like you are exuding this, okay? I feel like somebody is like walking really slow, moving slow, like every moment they are super present and super aware of their emotions, their thoughts, their reactions, their responses, their environment, like what's going on. Like your eyes are open. You've gained this heightened awareness, not just of yourself, but also your social environment as well. And this is because of the work that you've been doing that we were talking about, this transformative stuff. So I don't know what it is about you not feeling prepared or you not feeling ready. Maybe you like the process. Like I said, we can get into it and we can, how can I say, like once we've tasted the blessings of a transformation, once we've tasted the blessings of that dark night of the soul and we've connected with our shadow and we've connected with this dark part of us, it does give us this sense of confidence and, awareness, right? Like this feeling of knowing everything, and being really connected to nature and connected to spirit. We can crave that. We can want more of that, right? And so there's change. Like this is the new you. This is not who you once were. This is who you are now. And you're starting to represent that and exude that in your everyday life at this point. The World card here is giving you an opportunity to learn something in the beginning of November, to see something about yourself, to acknowledge the fact that you have done a lot of work to change. The world is saying, hey, look at everything you've been able to accomplish. Look at everything you've been able to do. A year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, you were not able to be in this state that you are now. It's like, be happy, take pride in this, you know? And the warning here, tying it back to this situation at your work, it's like and this is normal, this is natural, again, no judgment. But we get to this place of state of being and we look at our surroundings and we see how asleep, right, or closed-minded or unconscious other people are living, and we want to help them wake up. We want to provide our experience and our advice and give that off. And one thing that spiritualists learn throughout their journey is that, that stuff, like when we try to give the advice, it's only when it's asked, right? Like sometimes at the beginning of our journey, when we gain this awareness and we gain this information, we want to share it and we want to help others get on the bandwagon of the spiritual ascension journey. But people are only ready when they're ready, right? So you'll learn over time, depending on which phase you're in of your journey, that it's only when asked, okay? You give the energy, you give the advice, you give the experience, you give, in Spanish, and we call it consejos, right? When they ask you. So maybe there's something around that, like you're becoming aware of it, now. That's why the Queen of Swords is here with the Four of Swords of just step back and watch, step back and observe. Yes, it may hurt to see the other people acting out of selfishness, pride, ego, low vibes. It may hurt you, but it's not your place right now unless asked, right? And the world here is like, look, you've learned this, right? Like before, maybe you would step in, but now you're waiting to be asked. 10 of Cups in the middle of the month. Beautiful energy. Love this so much. Oh my God, I'm getting the chills with this. And then it's like right next to your relationship. There may be this feeling of gratitude and appreciation between you and your partner in the middle of the month. For sure. I'm feeling that super strong. Like just waking up and seeing them, or hearing from them, depending on what type of relationship you have, and like really being grateful and thankful that you have a high vibe, healthy, type of relationship, and this person has your back and you can count on them and they are dependable and devoted, right? Like seeing all of the chaos that is around you, but within your relationship, you and your person can really connect in that way. And you can really see like that you can trust them and depend on them. That is everything. So there's a lot of love coming through in the middle of the month. This could be where the deep emotion card can come through here. And it's just like pouring out of you. And I love that so much because you do have a lot of love to give, I mean, you are the humanitarian of the group here. Big energy, middle of November, guys. All right, so something to keep in mind. You have 2 face cards coming through in the middle of the month with the 10. So balance is key, okay? Yes, you are feeling super loving and you want to express, and other people are expressing to you and you're connecting. And maybe you feel like, okay, you're connecting with your person or you're connecting with certain people, So you want to share that and continue that momentum with everyone around you. Not everyone is going to be receptive to that. Okay, so just balance that out. You don't want to go to complete extremes. Balance in everything is key throughout life, right? No matter what. You're getting a lot of attention. Okay, there's a lot of popularity here. People are coming to you even for to talk, or I don't know what, but I do feel with the star here, there's a lot of popularity. So again, balance out. You don't want to give too much to the ones who don't deserve it, pretty much, right? And if you want to help them with their ascension and with their growth, be very selective about the type of love that you're giving them. Sometimes some people need tough love, you know? So just something to keep in mind, I feel like I have to say. But the star and temperance here, wishes coming true, dreams and hopes, guardian angels, just this feeling of bliss and peace and calmness, wanting to connect with your spirit team, with God, you know, the universe, whatever it is that you believe in, and really giving thanks. And we are going into November, so, you know, the holiday season and those vibes that come along with it may be coming through for some of you at this time. I would say also, if you drink, if you practice any type of like drug use or anything like that, you want to be you want to balance that out as well, not go too extreme. Because with temperance being ruled by Jupiter, there's always the downside of that is always extremity. But you definitely harmonizing and coming together with someone here. There is a sense of like freedom and what is this, like movement or going, like, I don't know, maybe some of you are traveling. Like there's a wish, there's a goal, there's this dream that you've had for a while that is not within your domain. Like this involves you coming out of your box in some way. So this could be literal travel, or this could be like some sort of, I'm getting like coming out of body. So maybe you want to practice like lucid dreaming or astral projection, things like that. But this is like you're really interested in it. You're really drawn to this thing. It makes you feel good and you want to go toward it. And it does, like I said, it involves you getting out of your comfort zone, getting out of your box. And it's like intangible. It's like far away, or I don't know what this represents, but that's what I'm feeling with that. It's also this lofty dream, like this thing of, you know, you think of it, you wish for it, but can it come true? Like, is it realistic? Yes. If we think it and dream it, it is, you can, we're capable of creating it. So really, really good energy in the middle of the month here, guys. I do love this for you. Again, harmonizing, connecting with spirit, connecting with your higher self, your loved ones. A lot of love here. Emotion coming through, and the dream come true. So you may feel like your dream has come true, or you are dreaming, you are hoping, you are praying, you know, this out of body, like, please God, you know, like type of thing. The end of the month, you have the 2 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and the Page of Swords. I feel like this is when things start to come out. This is when the information you have is given. Here, you've made the choice. I don't know what the approach is, but you've made a choice to give out this information. So this could be your wisdom, or this could be something literal, a piece of information that you've been holding on to, but you're doing it because of love. You're doing it for someone that you care about, or someone may be coming to you with some information that cares about you. And somebody has been holding on to this information and trying to like make a choice, right? Like all month, it's just been like, should I or shouldn't I? There is still that sense of waiting as well. I don't know. It also feels like either way, you feel that someone's going to lose out. Either way, you feel someone's going to get hurt. So therefore, you're like, okay, I might as well just say it. Like there's no way around that result. There's no way around it. I need to say it. I need to tell somebody the truth or give somebody my peace of mind or, you know, something like that. I wish I can say like what is going to come out of it, but that's not coming through today. It's just a matter of somebody doing this because they care and they're doing it out of like what they think is right. And it may not come through that way when this information is given. It may be tension that happens. It may be this thing of like, you know, why do you even have that information to begin with, right? Like, why do you even know that? Like, what type of conversations are you having with other people for you to have this information about me? So this could be someone telling you that or you telling somebody else that. But it does feel for some of you here, this information is none of someone's business, but they have it anyway. And it's when this information is given to somebody, that's the reaction they're going to get. It's like, why are you involved? So just be careful with that. Otherwise, I think once you get this off your out of your system and you are past this situation and this circumstance, it's like a lesson here. You know, it's like, okay, I know better next time. I'm going to just not involve myself in these types of situations because that doesn't feel good, right? To be in the middle or somehow connected, you know. It's bringing up some low vibes that you are not comfortable with. So, yeah, I mean, personally, if I'm feeling that way and somehow, some way I've come across some information and I know that if I involve myself, I'm going to just go through these low vibes and all of that. I don't care who it is. I'm out of it. My peace is more important than drama. Okay. No matter what type of information I have. If this person, if this is about another person, they will find their information or they will get their truth one way or another. You don't have to be the one to give it, especially if it's not about you. Right. So, you know, you don't have to do this. You don't have to. You can stay high vibe. You can stay on course. You can stay clean here. Okay. Hope that helped somebody. This is your November reading, guys. Like the video if you got anything out of it. Subscribe to the channel. Let's see who's coming up next. I shuffled the cards. So next reading is Leo. All right, so look out for that if you have any Leo placements. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time and energy. Hope you have a great month of November. Happy holiday season, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.